Welcome back to I Open the Thing. This time, like I said, in case you don't remember, we're doing the Shadows over Innistrad boosters from the Deck Builder's Toolkit. So here we go. Dauntless Cathar, plains and 1. Exile Dauntless Cathar from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. Activate this ability only anytime you'd cast a sorcery. Nagging Thought. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them onto your hand and the other into your graveyard. Madness. Island and 1. Vessel of Ephemera. Excuse me. Plains and 2. Sacrifice it. Put 2 1/1 white spirit creature tokens on with flying onto the battlefield. And since I plan on making a spirit deck, these cards like this are useful, very useful in my opinion. Because hey, you get enough of them, you can swamp your enemies. Stallion of Ashmouth. Delirium. Swamp and 1. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Activate this ability only if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard. Like Delirium in general. It's just what bonus you get changes. Deadweight. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -2, -2. Vessel of Volatility. Pay mountain and 1, sacrifice it, add 4 mountains to your mana pool. Kessig Dire Swine. Delirium, it gets trample. Waltz. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, then discard a card. Pyrehound. Trample. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Geist Blast. Geist Blast deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Pay an island and 2. Exile it from your graveyard. Copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Behind the scenes, creatures you control have Skulk, which means they can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Pay plains and 4. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Crawling Sensation. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Whenever 1 or more land cards are put into your graveyard from anywhere for the first time each turn, put a 1/1 green insect creature token onto the battlefield. Geralf's Masterpiece. Flying. It gets -1, -1 for each card in your hand. Island and 3. Discard 3 cards. Return Geralf's Masterpiece from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I mean, it ain't bad if you have a way to, keep your hand mostly empty. Convicted Killer. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast each turn, transform Convicted Killer. And it becomes Branded Howler. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform it. And then there's a checklist card and a token card like always. Well, some extra card. Someday, I'll learn how to open booster packs really quickly. But today is not that day. I always have a problem with packaging. I don't know why. Expose evil. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Investigate. Put a colorless clue artifact token onto the battlefield with 2. Sacrifice this artifact. Draw a card. Furtive Homunculus, which we've already done, I believe. But hey, you know, look at it again. In case you really didn't get a good look the first time. Senseless Rage. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. I've seen so many cards like this that I'm not sure if I've seen this one before or if it was a different color or not. Loam Dryad. Tap an untapped creature you control. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Aim High. Untap target creature. It gets +2/+2 and gains reach until end of turn. Crow of Dark Tidings. Flying. When it enters the battlefield or dies, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Insolent Neonate. Menace. It can't be blocked except for by 2 or more creatures. Discard a card. Sacrifice Insolent Neonate. Draw a card. Vessel of Nescency. Fortune in 1. Sacrifice it. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker card from among them into your hand. Put the rest into your graveyard. Stentia Masquerade. Attacking creatures you control have first strike. When a vampire you control deals combat damage to a player, put +1/+1 counter on it. It also has a madness cost. Howlpack Resurgence. Flash. Each creature you control that's a wolf or werewolf gets +1/+1 and has trample. And I'm making a werewolf deck, so we all know where that's going now. Ghoulsteed, which I have a feeling we already talked about this now. Can't remember if it was a previous video or not. Discard 2 cards, play a swamp and 2, return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tap. Just in case if we didn't cover it this video. Scourge Wolf, it has first strike, Delirium, and it gets double strike with Delirium. That is an ugly wolf. See, with my werewolf deck, I was thinking about putting red in it, but I don't have much red wolves. I have like 1 other than this, and it's Mad Dog from like Odyssey. Duskwatch Recruiter. Forest in 2. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform Duskwatch Recruiter. And it becomes Crawlin' Horde Howler. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. At the beginning of each upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells last turn, transform it. Thing in the Ice. It has Defender. Thing in the Ice enters the battlefield with 4 ice counters on it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, remove an ice counter from Thing in the Ice. And if it has no ice counters on it, transform it. And then it becomes Awoken Horror. When this creature transforms into Awoken Horror, return all non-horror creatures to their owner's hands. Ooh, it becomes a 7/8 though. And then there's, you know, that and a token card. Well, that's it for this because I'm not going through the non-randomized cards at all. I did order the the Kaladesh deck builders toolkit from Amazon. Hopefully it will come in. It's scheduled to come in October 5th through the 7th. When it comes in, I plan on doing a video on it as well, since Kaladesh is coming out in just a few short days. Well, that's really all the news I got, so thanks for watching.